Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Muhammad Zainuddin Lubis. I am from Geomatics Engineering Program Polytechnic Negeri Batam, Indonesia. I will be percentage with our research in the third International Conference on Applied Engineering Indonesia, and the title is Determination and Classification of Benthic Habitat with Lyzenga algorithm in Tanjung Piayu waters, Riau Island. The author is me, first the author, and Aditya Hanafi, Wenang Anurogo, Budi Agung Prasetyo, Agaton Mokobi, Beginner Subhan, Hanifah Widya Astuti, John Erickson Purba, and the last author is Samir Atul Kusna Mufida. How about the interaction from our research? And the first, Batam is an island in the Riau province in Indonesia. The second introduction is, however, there is no information in the literature about the distribution of benthic habitat in the waters of Tanjung Piayu. Therefore, research is needed to determine and map distribution of benthic habitats in these waters. And the third is of Tanjung Piayu is in the southern part of Batam Island, which is adjacent to the Barelang Bridge that connects other islands to Batam. The waters of Tanjung Piayu have the potential to develop into a marine tourism haven, saltwater fish farming, fishing, and many more. Mapping benthic using Lyzenga is an excellent formulation for correction column water using satellite imagery using Landsat 8. How about research methods? Explain the research methods in our research. The research using remote sensing technique use Landsat 8 satellite imagery recording on 20 August 2019, which has multispectral spatial resolution, which is 30 meters, with an area of water area of 6047.90 hectare on the boundary of the result study are in the north directly bordering the Tanjung Piayu shelter area. On the left, it bordered directly with the water of Barelang One Bridge, and in the south itself directly borders with Rempang Island. And this slide we can look at that the location of research here. This map location of research, and the second figure, this crop from the Landsat imagery 8 here. And then research method, how the research method flowchart, how the process we can conduct, we can processing with our research. And the first step, we must be study of literature, and then Landsat image 8, we must be cropping process, radiometric, geometric, band composite, and then Lyzenga transformation, visual analysis, field data validation, benthic habitat qualification for class, coral reef, seagrass, and sand, and the water. And the last step, we have map of the benthic habitat of the Tanjung Piayu water. And the research methods, we have visual analyze. The result of the Lyzenga transformation is raster data. Raster data analyze the results of the transformation by looking at the visual average of the map that has been transformed by looking at color of the map that present an object. From here, we can choose several points that can be made as validation object to be carried out in the field. There is also one of the reference found is the research. These are brown with the definition did coral alga, green with the sand, yellow with the coral, and pink is a macro alga. And the next research methods, how about RGB composite in the process our research? Composite image is done to see the object recorded in the image so that it is more easily recognized at the distance by combining several image channels. Composite image refers to RGB. This definition: red, green, blue coloring compositing. RGB 532 composite band image is used to sharpen the appearance of shallow water. From the digital value extracted in the band is a 2 digits of blue and band 3 is a green. Then the separation of water and land object is carried out. And the next, we must be process geometric correction in our research methods. Geometric correction are performed to improve the position, size and shape of the satellite image that resemble the actual condition in the field. This is caused by imperfection in the geometry of the recorded image, geometric distortion between the sensing image and the object from Landsat 8. And we have result and discussion in our research. How about the map of determination and classification of the benthic habitat with Lyzenga algorithm in Tanjung Piayu waters? The research has been carried out using digital analyzing in the classification process, which consists of spectral value analysis of Earth's Landsat image. The result of the value of variance, covariance, and water column attenuation ratio are obtained from the variance value and the classification value of the processing result by looking at the value. And this is a figure of the classification of marine habitat Benthic. It's a red band 5, green band 3, and blue band 2. And the next result in the discussion is to obtain the result of image extraction was carried out to obtain result from the benthic habitats. The images were then classified using unsupervised to distinguish as shallow water habitat. Namely, this is a coral reef, seagrass and sand and waters. We can look at that have 5 class and we focus with the 3 class. This map of benthic habitat, coral reef with green color, and sand and seagrass with the red color, and water with the blue color. And we can look at the image percentage of the coverage area with hectare area. The result of the area in each classification are done by using calculate geometry. The result of this study indicate that the method is a good method. The figure show the color difference with 3 class of object definition conduct in this study. And the next result in discussion, we must be have field validation. Field validation was carried out by taking the entire class contained in the Landsat 8 image data processing using Lyzenga algorithm. We have 5 points in the field validation. And point 1, field validation. We can look at that, this image. Point 1, field validation have the object, this is a coral reef. Point 2, this is a coral reef, okay. And point 3 validation have a seagrass. And then point 4 field validation have a coral reef gain, and the last point 5 field validation with our documentation from the image object and how much the value from the pixel image. And result in discussion of benthic habitat distribution area. The result of research by processing the satellite imagery show the coral reef has an area of 190.50 hectare. Seagrass and sand are 496. The conclusion from we research, this is a classification of coral reef. We have 4 points. Ancient seagrass waterland and land only 75 sample point we obtained from the Slovene formula statistical. With a reduced sample point can be represented because it's cover half of the sample and the position of the point is close to mainland, so it's easy to reach. And then the total area obtained from this study is 3983.50 hectare, which is not included in the mainland of the study map in the shallow waters of Tanjung Piayu Batam. The result of the percentage of the area obtained where coral reefs is 3.77% for seagrass and the sand are 8.88% and the for waters are 30.33%. And thank you very much for attention, for extension, and good morning.